Hi there, Jan Kleinschmidt for Jaylor. Today we're going to talk about grouping and nutritional strategies for dairy heifers. In order for heifer rearing programs to be successful, these animals must be given the same time and consideration as the milking herd. We're looking for heifers that will grow tall with the appropriate body condition score, and heifers that are calving out between 22 to 24 months of age with a vigorous first and second lactation and no sophomore slump. I like to achieve all of these as economically as possible for my clients. Measure, measure, measure. Much can be learned about the success of a heifer and calf rearing program by measuring height and weight. Height can be measured in several ways. My preferred method is to use a height stick at the shoulder. Another method is to paint height lines on housing and eyeball the heifers as they go by. Be careful though that you don't get a buildup of manure that makes your animals far taller than they actually are. Weight can be obtained either by a scale or a weight tape. I prefer a scale for accuracy. If you do use a tape, make sure that the animals are standing on a level, hard floor surface with weight equally balanced on all feet. In addition, watch for excessive manure and dirt on the underside of the heifers. Again, the manure and dirt can make your animals look much better than they probably are. The resulting data for weight should be applied to a heifer growth chart and used to help evaluate the performance of a heifer management program. These charts will show problem areas where whole groups of animals are undersized, underweight, or overweight, all good indicators of improper feeding or poor overall management. Body condition scoring. With my herds, I body condition score all production groups, milking, dry, heifers, and calves at each herd visit. With herds that I only visit on a bi-monthly basis, the herd veterinarian body condition scores the herd and relays the information to me. My client and I need this information. Whether to increase or decrease energy is directly related to the body condition score of heifer groups. There is no room on a progressive dairy farm for fat or thin heifers. Thin heifers have their obvious challenges, but by far in the year 2013, the most common challenge to Holstein heifers is overconditioning. Overconditioning pre-puberty heifers destroys the udder bed and destroys a heifer's future productivity. Overconditioning at puberty makes heifers show poor heats. If they do show heats, they are very difficult to AI. Overconditioning at calving results in fat cow syndrome, even though they are only heifers. Dystocia, ketosis, retained placenta, all of these will be a problem. Calves are usually born with very little body condition score, usually about a 2 to 2.5. Body condition score should approach 3 by breeding and 3.5 to 3.75 by calving out at 24 months of age. Decisions. Body weights, shoulder heights, and body condition score allow me to make decisions regarding the energy and protein requirements of my client's heifers. Without them, I'm guessing. These decisions will directly impact on a heifer's growth, age at breeding, and calving, and her lifetime productivity. Almost all of the herds I work with send in all forages for analysis once a month. This includes heifer forages. Most perform dry matter analysis on a weekly basis and record dry matter intakes on a daily basis for all production groups. Herd health/nutrition calls involve as much, and in some months more, attention paid to calves and heifer groups as to the milking and dry cows. These animals are the future of the herds, and to neglect them is to neglect the overall operation, not a smart business move. Grouping strategies. Birth to 2 weeks post-weaning, this will range, usually between 6 to 10 weeks of age, will be our first group. Post-weaning to 4 months of age will be our second group. 4 to 6 months, our third. 6 months to 11, our fourth. Our fifth group will be the breeding group. And our sixth group will be the bred group. Close-up heifers should go into the prepartum close-up dry cow group. This grouping strategy is typical of herds breeding at 12 months of age. Some herds will also have a group for 9 months to breeding age heifers. Move heifers into the next group based on size, not age. Although we categorize heifer groups by age, heifers should be moved into the next senior group based on the size, not the age. Animals in a group should show good size consistency. Heifers that are small for their age suffer enormous abuse at the hands of their sister heifers. Young heifers should be kept in groups of 10 or less. Heifers are not fully functional ruminants until they are between 4 and 6 months of age. The emphasis in this ration will be palatability, high-quality grains and protein sources, and limited high-quality hay. There is new research out of Spain suggesting that calves should receive a poorer quality hay to limit intake. I strongly believe that all animal groups should have access to high-quality clean water 24 hours a day, and this includes calves and heifers. In addition, all heifer groups should receive well-balanced minerals and vitamin packages containing an ionophore. Most of the herds I work with feed high group TMR to the 6 month to breeding group. Some herds feed TMR to the post-weaning group successfully as well. Heifers are now functional ruminants, and although much of their nutrition can be met through forages, growing heifers require some grains and protein supplements. The main goal of the breeding and bred group is to maintain an average daily gain between 0.75 and 0.82 kilograms per head per day, while minimizing feed costs. Almost 98% of the ration can come from quality forages. The rest is vitamin and mineral premix. Close-up heifers need to be prepared to enter the milking herd in a similar fashion to the mature cow. My herds follow a 3-week close-up program. This ration mimics the milking ration, but is balanced for the special needs of the transition animal. Wherever possible, I do not expose springing heifers to anionic salts for palatability reasons. In summary, body condition score, body weight, and shoulder heights are extremely important in the nutrition and management of dairy calves and heifers. Analyze forages on a monthly basis. Do dry matter determinations on at least a weekly basis. A quality, well-balanced ration should be available to all heifer groups 24 hours a day. Group according to size, not age. Maintain consistency in size in each group. Close-up heifers need the same transition into the milking ration as the mature cows. All calves and heifers must have access to quality water and a well-balanced vitamin-mineral premix containing an ionophore. This is Jen Kleinschmidt for Jaylor, because nutrition matters.